This is an ancient breed and is absolutely not recommended for novice or first-time dog owners. Wow, that is a direct, uncompromising warning straight from the experts at Back to Balance Canine Behaviorist. Listen, if you're captivated by that imposing, majestic look of the Cane Corso, and who wouldn't be, right? You really need to understand what's actually going on behind that striking appearance. We're talking about a highly intelligent, intensely powerful, and fiercely strong-willed guardian. The stakes with this breed, they are incredibly high. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a completely clear, eyes-wide-open reality check at what it truly takes to own a Cane Corso. We're going to cut right through all that social media hype and bring you the cold, hard facts directly from canine behaviorists, the Cane Corso Association of America, and even some real-world insurance data. If you're ready to learn and want the unfiltered reality of raising this powerhouse of a breed, well, you are in exactly the right place. All right, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover temperament and traits, move into managing behavioral challenges, hit the training essentials, discuss breeder vetting, and finally, we'll wrap up with insurance liabilities. Stick around for that last one, by the way, because the home insurance data we've got waiting at the end is absolutely wild and something you definitely need to be prepared for. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Temperament and traits. Understanding the ancient guardian. Okay, let's dive into this. It's definitely worth noting right up front that the Cane Corso has seen a massive surge in popularity recently, especially following those XL bully bans we've seen in certain areas. But here's the thing. Adopting a Corso just as a replacement is a huge miscalculation. This breed has a deeply ingrained genetic blueprint that brings a real duality. On the positive side, their loyalty is absolute. They have this immovable commitment to their family pack, they're super affectionate with their owners, highly intelligent, and they make incredible guard dogs. But we have to contrast that with the potential negatives. That exact same intense loyalty means they can suffer from severe separation anxiety. They also pack a very high prey drive, which, if not properly socialized, can become a serious liability around neighborhood cats or livestock. And this is crucial. Behaviorists warn they are simply not suited for inexperienced homes, especially if you have small children. Moving right along to Section 2, Managing Behavioral Challenges, Navigating the 24 Common Issues. So, navigating the day-to-day reality of this breed means understanding that their strong will demands complete, unwavering confidence from you. You just can't be passive here. Without clear, consistent leadership, a Cane Corso will quickly develop some pretty destructive habits. And that leads to a question we see overwhelmed owners ask all the time. Why is my Cane Corso acting out? Look, when a dog this massive misbehaves, it is intimidating, no doubt about it. But the experts point out that bad behavior is usually a manifestation of something else entirely. It could be hormonal surges during their tough adolescent phase. They naturally get way more stubborn then. It could be underlying stress, or, really importantly, a sudden change in behavior might actually point to an underlying illness or pain that needs a vet check. Remember, they aren't just acting out to spite you, they're trying to communicate. Because they bond so intensely to their pack, separation anxiety is a massive hurdle. If a Corso feels isolated, their destructive chewing can literally tear a room apart. To manage this, you've got to build their tolerance up gradually. Start by just stepping away for a few seconds, literally just seconds, then gradually increase that time away. Step 3 is absolutely vital. Keep your departures and your arrivals super low-key. We're talking no long emotional goodbyes. Finally, leave them with a really durable chew toy. This helps redirect all that anxious energy safely so they don't end up destroying your house. Now, another critical challenge is resource guarding. This is when a dog aggressively protects its food or toys. And with a dog of this size, resource guarding is incredibly dangerous. To stop this before it even starts, you want to use controlled feeding routines. Try standing nearby while they eat, but whatever you do, don't hover aggressively. You're just trying to show them you aren't a threat. To really build that trust, casually drop some high-value treats into their bowl while they're eating. This teaches your Corso that your presence around their food means awesome things are happening, not that their resources are being stolen. All right, Section 3, Essential Training and Socialization, Building a Balanced Companion. Let's talk about the proactive steps you absolutely must take early on. Because remember, a tired dog is generally a much calmer dog. But before we get to exercise, one of the most vital early lessons is bite inhibition. You have to teach a Cane Corso puppy to use their mouth gently. If they bite a little too hard during play, you respond with a firm ouch and immediately end the playtime. Why is this so critical? Because you literally have to master this concept before that adorable little puppy grows into a massive 100-plus-pound adult with bone-crushing jaws. Safe play has got to be established from day one. And speaking of that golden rule about a tired dog, I want you to think about this number, 45 to 60. That is the minimum number of daily minutes of physical exercise this breed demands. But listen, physical exhaustion just isn't enough for a working breed like this. You have to pair those daily runs with real mental stimulation. We're talking scent work, puzzle games, obedience drills. You need these to curb their natural stubbornness and keep their highly active brains from finding, well, destructive ways to entertain themselves. So, the crucial point is this. You must avoid harsh punishments. Sometimes novice owners think that because of the dog's sheer size, they need to physically dominate a Cane Corso to show it who's boss. Behaviorists absolutely reject this. Trying to dominate a highly protective, strong-willed breed with fear or harsh punishment will backfire spectacularly. It just causes fear-based aggression. Instead, positive reinforcement, patience, and absolute consistency, that's how you build the mutual trust necessary for them to actually respect your leadership. Okay, on to Section 4, choosing a responsible breeder, the mutual interview process. Finding a breeder should never, ever feel like a simple retail transaction. The Cane Corso Association of America stresses that this should be a rigorous, high-stakes, mutual interview. Seriously, they should be evaluating you just as hard as you're evaluating them. Let's quickly fire through some major red flags to watch out for. First, avoid flashy websites with a Buy It Now button. Dogs are not impulsive online purchases. Second, beware of breeders advertising rare colors, like straw or chocolate. Breeding for unique colors almost always means they're sacrificing the dog's temperament and health. Watch out for people breeding hybrids or banned dogs, too. And finally, if a breeder has no OFA or pen-hip joint health testing, or if they confidently claim their lines have absolutely zero health issues, just run the other way. The CCAA is also incredibly clear on this next core rule. Do not buy your Cane Corso from a pet store. Look, pet stores are almost universally stocked by puppy mills. Think about taking a dog with the genetic potential for extreme dominance, territoriality, and high prey drive, and starting its life in a puppy mill environment without any early careful socialization. That is a total recipe for disaster. When you are talking to a reputable breeder, here's a great question to ask. How do you evaluate temperament? Don't make the mistake of just walking in and picking the quote-unquote lazy puppy sleeping in the corner, thinking you're getting a laid-back dog. As the CCAA points out, that puppy might just be exhausted because it was an absolute terror to its litter mates for the last 10 hours. A truly responsible breeder won't just let you pick a dog. They'll actively match the right puppy's temperament to your family's specific lifestyle and experience level. Finally, let's pivot to Section 5, Insurance Risks and Liabilities, the hidden costs of ownership. Now, what's really interesting about this information is that it's a reality check many prospective owners completely overlook. Owning a large ancient guardian breed comes with some very distinct legal and financial realities. Consider this staggering figure, $69,272. According to data reported by Forbes from the Insurance Information Institute, that is the average cost of a dog bite homeowner's insurance claim. When an animal with this kind of size and jaw strength is involved in an incident, the financial liability can be absolutely devastating. And because of those high claim costs, insurers actually maintain lists of restricted breeds. Forbes did an analysis of 42 homeowners insurance companies and their banned breed lists. While breeds like pit bulls and Dobermans face a 100% ban rate across those specific companies, the Cane Corso currently sits at a 19% ban rate. That means almost 1 in 5 insurers simply will not write you a policy if you own this breed. It is absolutely essential that you verify your specific homeowner's or renter's insurance policy before bringing a Cane Corso home. If you don't, you seriously risk losing your coverage entirely. Which brings us to our final provocative question. Do you really have the time, energy, and experience for the Cane Corso commitment? This is just not a dog you can casually leave in the backyard or take for a quick stroll on the weekends. It requires unwavering leadership, extensive daily training, and a really deep understanding of canine behavior. They are magnificent, intensely loyal companions, for sure, but only for the right owner. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this deep dive helps you make an informed, eyes wide open decision about this truly formidable breed.